Hello everybody, I am Chantel and welcome back to the back nine of Lakewood Disc Golf Course. Just a quick recap of the front nine. I am -5 and it is getting windier and windier as we play on, so the back nine should be fun. Hole 10 is a par 3, 285 feet. There is OB on the right past the cart paths. I am throwing my Wraith here. We have a nice tailwind, so I'm just trying to keep it low and have it skip up to the basket. You want to keep it low here because the trees on the right, there's a lot of branches and it will knock your disc down. So I get a nice skip and I am nice and close to the basket. And starting off the back with a birdie. Hole 11, par 3, 245 feet. This is a straight shot right down the middle through the trees. I usually throw my Mako here, but I stabled up to my Buzz. There is a high hyzer line, but I don't like taking that line. I don't have enough strength to get it that high. And my Buzz did not fade at all, so I am probably around 25 feet away from the basket. And I have a lovely Headwind Putt, so let's see what I do here. I was very happy with that putt. Doesn't sound too bad, but the wind it's pretty strong today, so any putt I get in, I'm happy with. Hole 12, par 3, 220 feet. The basket is sitting on a little hill and there is a guardian tree in front of it, so you just want to hyzer something in to the side. So I am throwing my zone here. I'm just throwing it low and trying to have it skip up the little hill. And I leave it just a little bit short, so I'm looking at a 15-foot putt, but I have a tailwind, so it shouldn't be too bad. And I just sneak it over the rim. Hole 13, par 3, 235 feet. This is usually a sidearm hole, but I am throwing a turnover with my Sting. So you just want to stay wide of the trees and have it turn to the basket. And I leave mine just a little too wide and it flies past the basket, so I think I'm out of the circle here. And I do have a slight headwind, kind of left to right, so it was a little high, but I got it in, so I was really happy to get that one in. Hole 14, par 3, 330 feet. There is OB on the right past the cart paths. I usually throw my ballista on this hole, but there is a headwind, so I stabled up to my destroyer, and you just want to throw it at those trees and have it fade in. And I just kind of yank it to the right. But luckily I stabled up, so it does come back for me. Now I just have this long approach to the basket. I'm just trying to get it as close as possible because I do not want to putt in the wind. And my first par of the back 9. Hole 15, par 4, 555 feet. This is the only par 4 on the course. There is OB on the right, past the cart paths. I am throwing my destroyer again. And you just want to get up closer to the ditch. And I'm a little short. I'm throwing my buzz, and I just don't get enough power on it. So I have this long putt for a birdie. And I yanked that a little right, but it's an easy cleanup for par. And I am okay with a par today because the wind is crazy. Hole 16, par 3, 305 feet. This is either a turnover or sidearm, or you can take the hyzer line around that pine tree. I am just taking my Ballista Pro and trying to throw it straight and hope it doesn't fade too much. But it fades a little bit, and that's okay. I have a headwind putt, so we'll see how that goes. I think I'm 20 feet from the basket. And I just yank it a little right again. And I'm left with a little tester for my par. But the basket is nice to me and catches it nicely. Hole 17, par 3, 250 feet. There is OB on the right past the ditch. So this is a headwind. I'm just trusting my leopard and throwing it on a hyzer, hoping it just rides straight. And it was looking fine, but it just never got the fade. So I am in the ditch. And now I have to go back to where it went OB, and I have a very long approach to the basket. Well, just a jump putt. And it's close enough. And my first bogey. Hole 18, par 3, 360 feet. You can hear the wind just whipping. There is OB past the basket. I don't really have to worry about that. But I usually throw my Ballista on this hole, but the headwind is just too much. So I'm throwing my destroyer. I'm just aiming at the tree right there, hoping it gets around it. But I nick a branch and it slows it down. And I have an approach to the basket. So I chose my more stable judge here because it is a headwind. And I just put a little too much angle on it and it gets crushed down. And now I'm left with this putt to save my par. And I do not want to putt in this wind. And I leave it too high and left, so now I gotta clean up for my bogey. Had a rough couple holes at the end, but I still finish off with a -7. So thank you guys so much for coming back to watch the back nine. I can't believe all the support I'm getting on these videos. It's amazing. So thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.